My dear students of second year honors, hope you all are well along with your family during this COVID-19 pandemic and missing the classroom classes. Today, to stay connected to you, I am here to have an online class. This is an earnest step to progress your academic syllabus. This is Manjura Mustafa, Assistant Professor of English, Dhaka College, Dhaka. Today my class is on the topic The Introduction of the Rime of the Ancient Mariner by Samuel Taylor Coleridge. Before going to enter the poem, let us gather knowledge about the life and works of the poet Samuel Taylor Coleridge. S.T. Coleridge was born on 21st October 1772 at Ottery, St. Mary in Devonshire. Coleridge's father was a well-respected vicar, a clergyman of St. Mary's Church, Ottery, St. Mary, and was the headmaster of the King's School, a free grammar school in the town. Coleridge was the youngest child in the family and was an extraordinarily precocious child. After the death of his father in 1781, at the age of 8, he was sent to Christ Hospital School, a charity school in London. As a child, he was withdrawn, but loved reading voraciously. He later recounted how much he enjoyed reading books such as Robinson Crusoe and the Arabian Nights. In London, he developed a love for classical Greek poets and the two English immortals, William Shakespeare and John Milton. He remained in the school for 7 or 8 years. At this early age, what is noteworthy is that he suffered from bad health, particularly rheumatic trouble. Here he also became introduced and interested in medicine and metaphysics. Here began his long friendship with Charles Lamb. At 19, in 1791, he went to Jesus College, Cambridge University as a charity student. Here his poetry was first recognized. He won the Brown Gold Medal for an ode on the slave trade. Afterwards, getting into debt, he left the college and enlisted as a soldier to the Royal Dragoons. He couldn't cope with military life, and with the aid of his brother, He was discharged on the grounds of insanity. He was readmitted to Jesus College, but he left the university without taking a degree. At Jesus College, Coleridge was introduced to political and theological ideas, then considered radical, including the poet Robert Southey. The political opinions of Southey left an impression on Coleridge. He was inspired by the ideals of French Revolution. At one time, Coleridge and Southey planned to set up a utopian community in Bristol. He called this scheme Pantisocracy. Let me explain what Pantisocracy is. It is a form of utopian social organization in which all are equal in social position and responsibility. But his plan never materialized. He married Sarah Fricker, but the marriage was a failure. In the late 1790s, Coleridge developed a close and important friendship with William Wordsworth. The result of his association with Wordsworth and Dorothy, William Wordsworth's sister, was the Lyrical Ballads, published in 1798. The Lyrical Ballads was a joint influential volume of poetry. The two poets, S.T. Coleridge and William Wordsworth, had collaborated. This included classics by William Wordsworth such as Tintern Abbey and Coleridge's this very long narrative poem, The Rime of the Ancient Mariner. These poems were a key development in Romantic poetry and brought fame to both of them. In 1798, with the Wordsworths, he visited Germany. He became interested in the work of philosopher Immanuel Kant. In Biographia Literaria, Coleridge wrote, "No man was ever yet a great poet without being at the same time a profound philosopher. To him, poetry and philosophy shared a common thread. Early in the 19th century, Coleridge's health broke down. Suffering from neuralgic and rheumatic pains, he was prescribed opium as a pain reliever. This led him to addiction. He became a slave to the drug. The tyranny of opium spread its dark shadow over the rest of Coleridge's life. This opium consumption harmed his well-being and damaged his friendship with William Wordsworth. In spite of the stresses of personal life, his Morning Post and the Courier are vigorous journalism of a high order. Then he settled with his wife at Chiswick in the Lake District. The description Lake Poet is thus for Coleridge a misnomer. Actually, his periods in the lakes were very short. Opium was domineering his late life. Under the treatment of physician James Gilman, Coleridge started living at his residence in Highgate, London. He was particularly confined to a sick room and continued to write prose. He died in Highgate, near London, on 25th July 1834 at the age of 61. Let us explain the major works of Samuel Taylor Coleridge. With Wordsworth, Coleridge is the co-founder of the Romantic movement. He collaborated with Wordsworth the writing of the Lyrical Ballad, published in 1798. The official date of the commencement of Romantic movement in poetry. Coleridge is best known for three poems: The Ancient Mariner, The Rime of the Ancient Mariner, Kubla Khan, and Christabel. All these three evoke supernatural themes, exotic images, a mood magical and mysterious, in which subtleties of rhythm and rhyme and the sophistication of symbolism create unforgettable poetic impact. Other noteworthy poems are the conversation poems and religious musings. Coleridge was as much as a prose and theoretical writer as he was a poet, as revealed in his major works, Biographia Literaria. Coleridge and the influence of the Gothic. Sorry. In literary criticism, that Coleridge's achievement is the most lasting. His remarkable dramas are Remorse and the Fall of Robespierre. Coleridge's contribution to English literature was immense. In English literature, Coleridge was a prolific and influential figure. He was a poet, literary critic, philosopher, and theologian, one of the founder of Romantic movement in England, and a member of the Lake Poets. He also shared volumes and collaborated with Charles Lamb and Robert Southey. His critical works, especially on William Shakespeare, was highly influential. He helped introduce German idealist philosophy. Coleridge coined many familiar words and phrases, including suspension of disbelief. Coleridge is one of the supreme masters of the art of storytelling. His narrative skill is indeed worthy of highest praise. He is regarded as the greatest poet of the supernatural in English literature. Actually, Coleridge was a man of multi-talented, many-sided genius. He remained as an icon for blooming writers and poets, especially for those interested in his brand of romantic poetry. So, students, next we will enjoy his masterpiece, The Rime of the Ancient Mariner. Till then, stay safe, stay sound. Thank you.